It's Mark from the Swift Bros Gear channel. It's good to be with you again today. First off, apologies. I know it's been a few weeks since I put anything up, but I've got a whole bunch of great new content coming at you, starting with today's video, which is about my pedalboard. As you remember, the custom NYC Pedalboard arrived a few months back, and I started kind of setting things up. Well, that's done. Or as done as these things ever get. I will probably change things along the line because I just do that sort of thing. But it's pretty much set up. I've used it in a couple live shows with everything working, and today we're going to get into what that looks like and how it's all routed. So let's take a look. All right, so here it is. As you can see, we've made a lot of progress from before, and let's go ahead and trace the signal chain. So the input to the board actually comes in the top right into the soul food. That's used kind of as a clean boost, not always on. I may not leave it there. We'll see. That feeds directly into the Helix, and all my presets are there. We'll cover those. We'll cover those in some upcoming videos here. So there are actually 3 loops coming out of the Helix. We'll change the view and let you see the back of what's going on here a little bit later. The expression pedal that's built in acts usually as a wah controller. The external Ernie ball there is usually a volume controller. Over on the left-hand side, you can see the boomerang. That's a looper. We use that live. The Beat Buddy up top from that, or directly above that, actually is used for the MIDI clock and to sync with the looper. The looper actually syncs to whatever tempo the Beat Buddy is set, and that is actually triggered through the Helix. We'll cover that again in another video coming up. Up top, you will see 2 of the 3 pedals that are in a loop. So there's the Full Drive 3 and the Pog 2. Underneath this, we'll show you a view from behind, and you'll also see I've got a Boss OC3 octave on there. The TC Helicon is the vocal processor. Now, when I play live, that actually feeds into the other guy in the band, Dan's, his guitar feed, and it takes the chords from there and makes sure that all my harmonies stay in key with that. And then directly to that right, you'll see kind of a mass of cables, and that is the ins and outs of the board. So let's go ahead and change the view, and we'll take a look at what's going on in the back. Okay, here's the back side. Now you can see that power-wise, I have a pedal power mondo there that's underneath that first cavity. All the external pedals are run through that and chained in that in some way, shape, or form. And then, of course, I've got the Y splitter that allows me just to run one power cord. The other half of that is plugged into the Helix. Next compartment down, you'll see is the OC3. That's set to poly mode. I don't make really a lot of adjustments to that here to go. All the cables, actually, I routed and wired just by drilling holes through the support. This is the ins and outs of the whole board, and we'll freeze on that for a second. As you can see, there's a Helix out stereo. There's one that goes out to the vocal processor. The microphone just plugs directly into that. There's an out for the click, and that LPOL and LPOR are loops out. So from the looper out, left and right. And then what you can't see, it actually says LIL and LIR, the loop in right and left. And those come from the mixer. They're just aux sends that I've assigned the appropriate instruments to. They go in to feed into the looper. Explain this more in greater detail at a later date, but essentially what I did was take an 8-channel snake and use that for my ins and outs, and it's just one chord to wrap. It's way easier than running a line for each and every one of them. Okay, so that's it. Nice short video for you today. And like I said, in the next couple videos here, we'll get into some of the presets and let you hear some of the tones coming out of the Helix and out of the board. Probably dedicate one to MIDI routing using the Helix as well. The Helix is an incredibly powerful and versatile tool to use to kind of route and control your entire pedal board. And I continue to be impressed with kind of the things it can do. Hit me up in the comments below and let me know what you think. What would you like to see? Did you like the board? What would you do differently if you had a similar setup? But until next time, thanks for tuning in. And as always, play what you love and love what you play. See ya.